There was a story in the newspaper the other week about the only two black Brazilian coaches. And Brazil is an interesting country because a majority black population, black players in Brazil. Forget about Viv Anderson in 1978, and Paul Ince being the first black captain in 1990, whenever it was. From Leonidas in the 30s, Brazil have always had black footballers. You'd have thought it would be a much more integrated society, but they haven't got any black coaches. So they have two black coaches, and it was mentioned, and they're in the lower divisions, and not for any of the top teams. And they had this thing where they were playing each other in the cup, and they had a big drive to talk about, like what we do here, racism in football and how terrible it is. Talk about the lack of black coaches in Brazil. And one of the Brazilian coaches made me so proud. He actually spoke about the injustices in the inner cities and what was going on with black people in Brazil, not about himself. Not about himself. And unfortunately, people in positions like he's in here, unfortunately, want to talk about themselves and people like them who they want to get more power. And he spoke about the injustices of what's going on in the inner cities and a need to change that first. Change that first before we can start talking about elite people being given positions of power. And that is what we have to do here. So I'm sick of seeing black elite people talking about we need more black managers and black agents and black people in the boardroom. Because do you think if a black man owned a football club in England, that would stop fans racially abusing other fans or other players, or if you had a black man in the boardroom? But that's what we say. We need more black ownership. That's not going to change anything. That's not going to change anything. So let's stop. I will say it. Let's stop lying to people that is what we need. What we need is more black representation in the inner cities. What we need is more opportunities in the inner cities, more social services in the inner cities. Because as I said, when you talk about black people getting into positions of power and helping you up the ladder, that's never going to happen. What can happen is if a platform is created down in the inner cities for people to get on that platform and help themselves up the ladder. There can be many more people climbing up the ladder of their own volition than one or two people trying to pull people up the ladder. And that has never happened, and it won't happen.